Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this, okay? Now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and I hit that. Yeah, yeah, and I hit that.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
There's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A deep shot that's complete. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Smith catches left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down, Dallas.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. linebacker spot. Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Complete.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0.
To kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry for Henry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
On first down, it's Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Taron Johnson made the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They'll drop to throw. Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Harold Landry coming in and dropping for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, the Falcons send out Sterling Hoffrichter to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
First down, Cowboys.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Down at the 26. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7. Falcons nothing.
Prescott off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
To Herb Smith Jr.
It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 63 yards.
Dallas.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Cowboy ball carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones. A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 10-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott eluding the pressure right.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
But that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
3-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Number 22.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for the first with him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after game, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to Derrick Henry.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Reuben Foster. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
It's now 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for the football. It's intercepted. Picked by Darrell Worley. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield at a 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
For the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll return this one just shy of an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Throw left side complete. It's Smith. 23 yards on the play.
Gain of 23 yards.
And they go play action here on first down. Prescott stripped, and the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Cowboys' 14-yard line.
Second and 2. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. So we come upon halftime here in matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this carries into the end zone. They're only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Reuben Foster able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 13.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Taron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. 30 yards. Boys use the short field to their advantage.